sounds so. Now the audio is like, I thought it was up on the bed. My God, they got an urn. There we go. And now that asshole. Fuck. That's cool. And I hate him. I hate him a lot. He's one of the worst NPCs in my opinion. Verbatim. Mostly due to the fact that he is just there. Okay. So, settings, workshop, achievements, yeah, workshop. Mods. The fuck is a murder mod? I know this seems like kind of cheating, but I don't. I need to. Mods. I'll disable that. Yeah. Yep. Yes, there he is, the little bastard. I hate you. We also have you, it will oh no. Crap, that sucks. Yeah, I'll design you a house here. What boss should I defeat? Terrible keybinds. Yeah. Let me fix that. Controls. There we go. Okay, this is... Oh yeah. Peggy! Gotta kill that thing. Literally flying. No!
Outsiders explore to beware the dangerous creature to guard their lands. Stories of jackalope singing their travelers by the campfire, or only being able to recreate lightning strikes as explanation for their scarce appearance were very common. The jackalope became a sort of sniper and among the first American legends. Also, it's a running joke that a jackalope was blind. I love the jackalope because, for one, it has the most innocent beginnings. The religions of and then every time someone goes on leaves all the locals in a series of spinning. I think you heard that before, that uses green and those
Not to say he didn't deserve it. He totally did. And the goblin? Not trying to be, but they all suck. Yeah, you're in your own house. You're kind of screwed with it.
This one is less likely to exist in the ocean, because that's
Okay, this is bad. I hate this move. Oh, it's 9 p.m. I still have time. Oh, yeah. Well, there it is. Yeah, just speed up time.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
It's 3 a.m. Guys, it's 3 a.m. Can you guys believe this? I can. Bears.
Hello, everybody.
Bears.
Today we are going to be talking about the mass hysteria iceberg. Mass hysteria is most often described as an enhanced feeling of fear or panic that is transmitted through a population by either a real or perceived threat. The most common cases that we think of when it comes to mass hysteria tend to be about news reporters giving wrong information causing people to freak out, or employers telling people that they're about to be invaded when they're actually not, etc. However, as we're going to see from this iceberg, mass hysteria is not exclusive to that, and also includes things like psychosomatic illnesses, and certain things they have noticed in their bodies to show symptoms of hysteria is like the same level of behaviors and things that are extreme. And we're going to talk about some a couple things that happen from this. For one, I am going to be using this iceberg pretty much as a guide.
Okay, so then you put it in. Nothing ever.
Just kind of overreacted, and that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the weird stuff. So for that reason, I'm cutting out the first here, and we'll be using the majority of the iceberg while skipping over a few other terms. For example, one of the terms on the later tier is dihydrogen monoxide scales, which is just whenever news reporters said that there was dihydrogen monoxide in the water as a joke, and people freaked out. Not really mass hysteria, just people being dumb. And as always on the channel, if I don't think it's interesting and don't think it's worth my time or relating, then I'm not going to talk about it. However, there's another reason when doing research for this iceberg, I figured out that they follow a slightly revised version of this iceberg to a T, and that is that they use video description. He has a ton of really cool icebergs on the channel,
Never say
and
anything.
his video on this iceberg is really good, so if you guys want to know what it's
Don't say it.
check it out. I'll also be adding some of my personal favorite cases of mass hysteria in this iceberg, because again, people are mentioned as this iceberg is known to be linked to some religious practices or spiritual experiences, and if any of these are firearms, honestly, because I tell people when I go over mass hysteria, I am not saying that I am right or I'm just going with the spiritual secrets and science and science. That doesn't mean that these ain't no supernatural experiences. I'm just talking about generally accepted ideas. With all that being said, stick around as we're going to talk about some of the weirdest cases of mass delusion and panic in human history. But first of all, I need to make an announcement. So for starters, let me fix this. Now that's better. I'm excited to announce the new film from writer and director Stephen King, SCP Heretic. If you're watching this channel right now, then you've probably heard about their 3
That would have been amazing. That hit. You can go up really fast if you just constantly press it. Okay, we don't want a graveyard bomb. What enemy is it? And it's a ghost. Why am I not suppressed? The fuck? I had another jump. I hate this. I'm not gonna listen to this shithead. Oh wait, I don't have room for it. Fuck you. Haha, I don't have to deal with your shit. Oh yeah, look at this. Gotta love gold. Yes, 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 yes! I know. This is very pathetic considering the fact that my health is nearly 400. I am not wasted on the iron. Yes, someone. Just one person. Fly, he can fly. Bro can fly. I'm going. Oh my... Two of the exact same thing. Is it jagged? No, it's not jagged. Fine. It's not the exact. It's basically the same thing. Okay. Oh, come on. Nothing better. running! Oh, it's grubby. He's so rare. Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood idiot is back. Oh, that's funny. So guys, Saturdays. All the people that are watching this amazing stream of literally just one still frame. Seeing the minutes go by. No, seriously, no one has said anything? I expected very little, but that's a whole new extreme. No, see, because one of my only content is... like a barrel. Nice. Let's go start watching our new favorite random video.
And we're now trying to cover it up. Because of this bad PR, over 30 million bottles of Coca-Cola products had to be recalled from Europe. And eventually, the president of Coca-Cola was fired. But as stated before, there were no actual diseases or recognizable symptoms. And most people do believe, even if a little harsh, that it was a case of children experiencing hysteria. The Monkey Man of Delhi happened in May of 2001, where several people in New Delhi, India, said that they were attacked by a monkey man. More specifically, people said that at night they would be attacked by a 4-foot-tall creature covered in black hair with a metal helmet and metal claws with glowing red eyes and buttons on its chest. They said that it would run at them, begin screaming and hitting them before it would begin leaping over buildings to get away. People in the region lost their minds over this. There began to be riots and protests saying that the government is trying to hide the monkey man from them. Mobs began to form in the streets at night trying to find the monkey man. And in one case, a short, bald monk was walking along the street at night when a mob saw him and nearly beat him to death, thinking him to be the monkey man. People said that they had been attacked, and 3 people fell to their deaths when they were standing on buildings and began screaming that the monkey man is chasing them before they jumped off and died. But as you can imagine, no monkey man was ever found, and it's believed that the entire thing was a case of people getting too worked up over nothing. Body nuts is the slightly more intense version of the meowing. 3 people walking along the street at to form in the street. People. And we're now trying to cover.
Guys, you need to listen to this.
Bad PR, over 30 million bottles of Coca-Cola products had to be recalled from Europe, and eventually the president of Coca-Cola
This is
was
something to
fired.
laugh at
But as
insanely.
stated before, there were no actual diseases or recognizable symptoms, and most people do believe, even if a little harsh, that it was a case of children experiencing hysteria. The Monkey Man of Delhi happened in May of 2001, where several people in New Delhi, India, said that they were attacked by a monkey man. More specifically, people said that at night they would be attacked by a 4-foot-tall creature covered in black hair with a metal helmet and metal claws with glowing red eyes and buttons on its chest. They said that it would run at them, begin screaming and hitting them before it would begin leaping over buildings to get away. People in the region lost their minds over this. There began to be riots and protests saying that the government is trying to hide the monkey man. Mobs began to form in the streets at
The
night trying
monkey
to find
man.
the monkey man. And in one case, a short, bald monk was walking along the street at night when a mob saw him and nearly beat him to death, thinking him to be the monkey man. Dozens of people said that they had been attacked, and 3 people fell to their deaths when they were standing on buildings and began screaming that the monkey man is chasing them before they jumped off and died. But as you can imagine, no monkey man was ever found, and it's believed that the entire thing was a case of people getting too worked up over nothing. Biting nuns is the slightly more intense version of the meowing nuns thing. So this happened in 15...
Then I'm just gonna move that a little bit farther.
in century Germany at a convent of nuns, and similar to the meowie nuns thing, one nun decided to bite another nun as a joke, to which that nun bit someone else, and like a zombie plague, eventually the entire convent of nuns was just biting each other. This story picked up notoriety as being weird, and messengers delivered it to other convents, to which they began doing the same thing, and eventually convents beginning in Germany and eventually in Holland, Rome, Italy, and the Netherlands all had these castles full of women fighting each other. It became such a problem that the Catholic Church began to send out bishops and priests to pray for the convents to get them to stop, and when that didn't work, they began holding exorcisms to get the women to stop fighting each other. When that didn't work, they did the thing that the village from the Meowie Nuns did, where they got a military to come and threaten to whip the nuns, only this time they didn't threaten, they straight up started flogging nuns, and that got everyone to stop. This one to me is more impressive than other cases similar to it, because this wasn't just people doing something as a troll or as a joke. They were performing exorcisms and physically being mean, and they would not quit fighting each other. And also, to the credit of the soldiers who beat them as well as the priests and bishops and all that, I couldn't find any records if this was like a playful bite, like a non-painful thing, or if they were like beginning to rip skin out of random people, because if it was the latter, I also would have held an exorcism. We are now on to Tier 3. The Blackburn faintings occurred in the UK in 1965 when a group of school children were outside waiting for Princess Margaret to show up. Specifically, they were waiting by the Blackburn Cathedral in the middle of the hot sun. After a delayed arrival, which took several hours, several of the children, 140 in fact, passed out due to heat exhaustion. Now, that's all well and good and understandable. However, what's odd is the next day at school, when in perfectly normal conditions, 98 other children passed out as well. And then the next day more did, and the next day more, and eventually by the end of the week, over 300 children who attended the school near Blackburn Cathedral all fainted due to hearing stories of the children who originally fainted. There was no reason given to the faintings after that of the heat exhaustion, and it's believed another psychosomatic disease simply caused these kids to pass out after hearing that their classmates had also passed out. So Irish fright takes a little bit of history to explain. So James II was the King of England in the 1680s. He was generally despised by Protestant England, who felt that he was too violent and willing to kill the people at any time. However, James's daughter Mary was a Protestant herself and was in fact married to a man known as William of Orange. And it was believed that if the country could just wait on him to die, whenever Mary comes to power, everything will be okay. However, tensions were exacerbated whenever James had a son, meaning that there was another heir to the throne he could raise. People began to panic. In the midst of the panic, James, who was trying to maintain his empire, had several Irish soldiers come to the country to maintain order. Legends of these soldiers and their brutality in combat ran throughout Protestant England, and people became increasingly afraid of their presence. On December 9th of 1688, James lost a battle with the Irish army and decided to flee the country, while at the same time releasing the army from their conscript. In other words, on December 9th, James and the Irish army left the country. However, while word got around that James had left, a lot of people in England at the time did not know that the Irish army left as well. And with all the stories of the soldiers' brutality and rampant, many feared that the Irish would strike back and destroy people as revenge for James leaving. And on December 13th, the true effects of what's known as the Irish Fright began. Reports began to run through the countryside that the Irish, mind you, were no longer in the country, had been burning villages, destroying churches, and slaughtering people in mass. The villages began to panic and erect fortifications, as well as arm themselves and wait at the walls of their town for the Irish to invade. No one really knows whether reports came after this. A lot of people think that maybe it was pro-Mary and William propagandists who started it, but stories started coming in saying that the Irish were burning down London, and they were massacring children, and that they were vampires and all other means of evil you can imagine. It got so common at one point that town A would get the message Stories, at least to my knowledge, of this leading to any massacres or people freaking out and killing other people. And Mary and William took the throne. This entire thing is known in history as the Glorious Revolution. So it went surprisingly well for a bunch of scared British people pointing guns at each other. 2008 Congo football riots. And I emphasize again, like I said in the beginning, I'm not saying this disrespect anyone's religion. This is the funniest thing I've read in a long time. On September the 14th, the Democratic Republic of Congo, there was a soccer game to us Americans, but a football game being played between two of the local teams. Near the end of the game, the goalkeeper on the losing team was accused of casting a spell during the game, and he said that was a penalty. This quickly turned into a alarming moment, when police showed up to try to contain the situation. The entire audience began pelting them with stones. The police did not like this, and fired tear gas into the crowd, which caused a mass stampede, and several riots within the city over the next several days. Now, I understand this is kind of breaking my neck, and I said at the beginning that I didn't want to talk about things that were just people overreacting to like a single event or a single set of panic. But the reason I want to mention it is supposedly this was a recorded event, which means somewhere out there, there is a video of a goalkeeper casting a spell on the field, and the audience shooting out stones and throws to the soccer and attacking the police. So I got a bounty of considering it was in the middle of a soccer game, and this wasn't like church or sacrament, whatever have you. It was a goalie standing on a soccer field. I just need to know what that looks like. That wasn't Mississippi Magic Dragons. Happened in 1976 at Mount Pleasant, Mississippi, when 15
No, of course,
students
watching
passed
this
out
wasn't
in the middle of the school. The police who showed up assumed that it's because they had all been using drugs and trading with each other. However, after investigation, all of the students passed clean on their checks, and there were no drugs found in the school. The symptoms of this were rather severe, with several of the 15 students convulsing and throwing up violently over the next several days. These extreme symptoms and no evidence led several parents to think that perhaps whatever drugs were being used were in the air or untraceable, or even some say that there was a hex going around in the school, which in the coming week made 300 of the 900 student population stay home for fear of whatever was going on. However, to this day, despite the extreme weakness of the symptoms, evidence that was found that seems to create a mass delusion. 2007 Boston vaccine. Like the Chicago one, this is technically cheating because it's being over an event and not like sharing it's too funny not to mention. On January the 31st of 2007, 7 LED lanterns were set up around Boston.
What even is that?
However, when the Boston police saw it, they assumed that they were eyewitnesses. They shut down roadways, called helicopters, EMT teams, the whole nine yards. After retrieving one of the IEDs and trying to analyze what's the weird symbol on it, the mayor's office saw a picture and said, "Oh, that's the certainty, and the reason I'm including it as necessary.
What?
See what it is?
What?
IED.
They thought it was an IED.
What is an IED?
Look it up. Improvised explosives. Okay. What do you think it was?
This is trash. Where's trash?
Yeah, I know. They gave me the point for discovering that.
Is because of the extreme lengths of stupidity the Boston Police Department went to maintain their dignity in this scenario. If the police department was like, oh, we were done, my bad guys, I wouldn't think anything of it. But listen to this. During this whole hoopla, they arrested 2 men who were installing one of the placards. Now, whenever the men told them, I work for Cartoon Network, this is just an advertising campaign, the police said that they were looking into their alibi. In their initial press report after Cartoon Network had said this was just an advertisement or a matter to the police. In the press report, the police said that they were investigating this because it had circuits, lights, and wires, quote, like a bomb. You know what else has circuits, lights, and wires? A light. They then spent the entire press conference talking about helping get to the bottom of whatever intent was given to these devices placed around the city, and that they still believed it could be a IED because it was placed in, quote, high traffic areas. You know what else goes in high traffic areas? Advertisements. They concluded by saying we are looking into this is either a hoax or something else entirely.
Can you believe that?
And to this day, they don't refer to it as a bomb scare. They refer to it as a bomb hoax, implying that Cartoon Network tried to threaten the city of Boston. The most frustrating part about it is the police and Homeland Security made Cartoon Network pay out $2 million for damages, or in other words, making them look like an idiot on television. So while not along my definition of mass hysteria as being an unexplainable circumstance of human history, this was too hilarious not to mention, so you're welcome. The face scratcher hysteria happened in northern India in 2002. Several people in villages within North India said that at night a small glowing unidentified creature would fly at them
No, it's
or
not yet.
scratch at their face and leaving. Specifically, they said that this creature emanated a red
What? Yeah. Yeah? It's gonna burn. What fell? What fell? What fell? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I say maybe. The only official death that occurred during any of this was when a mob of people began attacking a police station, saying that the government was filled with face scratchers, which whenever they broke in the front door of the police station, a police officer fired and killed one of the protesters. And there were reportedly 3 deaths caused by people in the middle of all this panic. I don't know what's happening since this is the second time that 3 people have died in India from blowing off a building due to a hysteria caused by an impossibly small creature attacking their face. That was also blamed on the government and the police. There's probably something there, I'm just not getting it right now. And similar to the money vigilante groups got together and began in the streets trying to kill the face scratcher. Although, as you can imagine, nothing's ever found, and it's chalked up to just be a huge misunderstanding. We are now on to tier 4 precautions. Keep getting weird. Puppy pregnancy syndrome. Yeah, is a delusion that is most commonly seen in villages around northern India. However, other cases similar to it called in some areas
And many of these healers tell patients that if they accept modern medicine, it will counteract the modern medicine that got rid of the puppies in them. So hundreds of people have died due to rabies because they will not take modern medicine because they are afraid it will counteract the puppies inside of them. And that's where the danger of puppy pregnancy syndrome comes from. And I want to emphasize again, this is an incredibly small decimal of a percentage of one of the largest countries in the world. However, it is enough of a problem that doctors within India are trying to get education centers and better information out to these groups of people because every year hundreds of people die literally to ignorance. Well, literally to the rabies, but it's the ignorance that makes it fatal. The Liverpool leprechauns began on June the 30th, 1964 in Liverpool. It started when a young boy ran through the street saying that he had spotted a leprechaun. The next several days, other boys said that they had also spotted a leprechaun, and this caused several adults to go on the trees. On the 1st of July, there were such large crowds around the party in Liverpool that the police had to show up and disperse them as they were way over the party. These kids were destroying bushes and surrounded by leprechauns. And through the streets of Liverpool, the first aid station had to be built. Children were tumbling down hills and hurting themselves trying to find these leprechauns. It is believed that thousands of people, children and adults alike, were all on the leprechaun hunt for at least a week in Liverpool before the craze spread to other nearby cities. And there were stories of children running amok in churches trying to find leprechauns hidden in the garden outside, or refusing to come to school because they were out on a leprechaun hunt. One man by the name of Brian Jones claimed to be able to say that one day he was out gardening in a green outfit and he was pretty short. And the kid said, "Hey, look, a leprechaun." So he yelled some gibberish at him and started dancing and ran away. He thinks that's what caused everything. But it's nice to think that all of Liverpool was on a leprechaun hunt for a week, and to my knowledge, no one died, which for my videos is a pretty good start. The Tanganyika Laughter Epidemic
Oh, that's nice.
started on January the 30th of 1962 in an all-girls school in the country that is now Tanzania. 3 girls began laughing uncontrollably for seemingly no reason. Within minutes, this laughter spread to 95 girls in the school. All of the girls were 12 to 20 years old, with some of these laughter fits only lasting a few hours, and some lasting up to 16 days. The school was shut down because it wasn't known if some disease or mania was going around the students, and then when it was reopened on March 18th, the laughter started over again. This time, it seems to have jumped to another school where 217 girls there also reported laughing fits. I should also mention these laughing fits that we want today were not a laughing matter to any of the girls' experiences. In fact, several of the girls were crying and screaming and seemed to be in a lot of pain as they could not stop. The hysteria continued to jump from school to school until by the end, 14 schools were affected and over 1,000 girls experiencing uncontrollable and painful fits of laughter. To this day, no explanation is given, and it's just known as one of the most famous races necessary. The Met Gaster happened to make noise during the Olympics in 1944. It started when a few people within the town said that they would wake up to a foul odor and be unable to live. This coincided with sightings people had of a tall man suspiciously standing outside their home with some saying that he was a flint gun, which is that thing from Looney Tunes cartoons that they would like use to pump smoke or whatever. The symptoms upgraded from just paralysis of the legs to nausea, vomiting, and coughing fits. Over 2
Oh, the biome, yes!
outside of their house immediately before
The random biome I heard about. Cool. Oh, shit. Well, I just ruined the biome. Fuck. Well, I ruined this biome.
The historical belief is that everyone was just so paranoid from what was imagine a man coming to their house and trying to poison them. As a lot of people imagined it over the course of
Queen Bee! What the? What the hell? This was a nice looking. Oh, okay, that's insane level damage. Of course. Gotta love the random death because of a random Queen Bee!
The stories that I'm about to say were mostly done at the hand of bad social workers who would lead the children into more and more extravagant stories because I guess that's a pin in their book. Again, at the suggestion of social workers, the children said that they participated in satanic rituals, the murdering and drinking of babies' blood, that they witnessed witches fly around on broomsticks and cast spells, that they were led into tunnels underneath the school that were non-existent, where mole people lived, and they were also taken up into hot air balloons above LA, and through the course of all of this, they were repeatedly abused. Now, while that may sound like weird for a kid to say, the way that information was actually obtained was a guy sat there and was like, were you abused by the workers at the preschool? And the kid would go, yeah. And he'd go, okay, where? And the kid would go, a hot air balloon? Air balloon. With one kid even saying that he was abused by none other than Chuck Norris. This was during the real satanic panic thing, and kids were hearing all these stories from parents about how awful witchcraft was and child murder and orphanages and stuff like that. So whenever they were asked by their parents if they knew about these things, they answered yes. You can see where this went. Several of the children even told the story that at the end of every school meeting, they were all flushed down the toilets before they all cleaned up and then presented to their parents. So, as one woman told a dumb lie, and now everyone at the school is suffering consequences because people don't understand how childs work. Well, that would be the case if it wasn't for LA District Attorney Ira Ryder, who was up for re-election. And again, this was at the height of the satanic panic, and at this time throughout the country, there were other cases of child abuse coming out. So in order to try to get re-elected, she charged the workers of the preschool with 208 counts of child molestation, to which in court, the majority of allegations were absurd things like this child said that he drank baby blood in a hot air balloon, and the jury for some reason had to debate it. The trial lasted 3 years, which again, due to the absurdity and length of the accusations, and is still in American history as the most expensive and long-running trial throughout the entire nation's run. And it ended, thankfully, with 0 convictions and all workers being acquitted. While this is the most popular story, there were several other cases throughout the country where a similar thing happened, in which authorities simply took the advice of the children and other ridiculous things ensued. So I'm going to pin the mass hysteria of this one on parents and not the children, because the children are children and the parents should know better. Down syndrome is something known as a culture-bound syndrome. In other words, there are some illnesses or
such
where a person thinks they're sick but they're actually not, that are observed in certain cultures around the world. Down syndrome specifically only being found in South Asia. See, it's a belief within some religious practices in South Asia that you have a series of vital fluids throughout your body, and if you lose any of them, you'll become weaker and could possibly die. One of those vital fluids in men is the fluid that is exclusive to men, if you catch my drift. And to quit cutting corners, Down syndrome is the belief that semen is escaping within one's urine. Now, this is completely untrue in every case it's reported. There is no disease that causes you to do that, at least not all the time. However, because in South Asia it is viewed as being important, again in some beliefs, to maintain that fluid in your body, that is the only place in the world where people develop the idea that they are losing it for some reason. It's an interesting phenomenon because it gives us such a clear line to Dawn syndrome is seen by many researchers as the framework to truly understanding hysteria and shared delusion. We are now down to the 5th tier, or second to last, on this iceberg. The Hollandwell incident occurred in England's East Midlands in July of 1986. During this time, about 500 children from local schools were there for a band competition. It wasn't particularly hot or anything else that may obviously lead to exhaustion, but for whatever reason, 300 people spontaneously fainted. Upon waking up, which for some of them took several hours, several reported having a sore throat and burning eyes. This also wasn't exclusive to the children, as several of the adults nearby also passed out and experienced these symptoms. It was such a head-scratcher at the time that two of the lead theories were perhaps a new radio tower nearby causing radio waves to do this to all of these people, or that it was a government silent weapons testing to see if they could spontaneously knock out an entire group of people. Either way, the Hollowell incident is the weird moment in recent history because a bunch of people just passed out and felt bad, and that was it. No explanation was ever given. Kuro is a culture-bound syndrome, like I mentioned. Dog syndrome, however, this one is a bit more hilarious. So Kuro is a name given to vanishing genitalia syndrome and is exclusively seen in females. It is the belief that one's is continuously shrinking and they are powerless to stop it. And this isn't just like a guy thinking that it happened a little bit. This is people who continuously experience this, suffer panic attacks, and regularly make trips to the doctor because they feel like they can't stop whatever's happening. Also, while reading about treatment for it, the primary treatment is a discussion on anatomy of the patient. And the reason this is so funny to me isn't just, man, dumb, think, stupid, whatever. It's because, remember how I said culture-bound syndrome is specifically when one's belief inflicts a paranoid delusion in what they think's happening in their body? Well, this is believed to be the same thing, but it's seen everywhere around the world because in some way, every single culture holds that aspect of the body in high regard. So because of it, everyone experiences the same symptom of thinking that's happening to them, even though it's for completely different reasons. With men in the United States thinking it has something to do with masculinity, people in East Asia thinking it has something to do with religion or stature within one's family, etc. In other words, no matter where you are in the world, it is ingrained in the human psyche that everyone thinks it's important, and therefore Kuro is seen across the entire Earth's population. I should also mention that Kuro is the sport is headed, which, yeah, the Terry relation behind these extremist girls pretty much sums it up. But in 2019, Malaysia has moved out of school. One girl said that she felt a sharp pain on her shoulder before she slowed and passed out. Well, passed out, she said she saw several visions of her. These were on her pictures. They were the most terrifying things I've ever seen. She came
Oh no, guys, something very, very bad is happening.
the school also started screaming, although none of them
Okay.
later reported seeing the same vision. This carried throughout the entire school
Bye,
until
guys.
nearly